Gospel Daily Reading and Reflection. September 18th.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "A rich man had a steward, who was reported to him for squandering his property. He summoned him and said, 'What is this I hear about you? Prepare a full account of your stewardship, because you can no longer be my steward.' The steward said to himself, 'What shall I do, now that my master is taking the position of steward away from me? I am not strong enough to dig, and I am ashamed to beg. I know what I shall do so that, when I am removed from the stewardship, they may welcome me into their homes.' He called in his master's debtors one by one. To the first he said, 'How much do you owe my master?' He replied, 100 measures of olive oil.' He said to him, 'Here is your promissory note. Sit down and quickly write one for 50. Then to another the steward said, 'And you, how much do you owe?' He replied, 100 cores of wheat. The steward said to him, 'Here is your promissory note. Write one for 80. And the master commended that dishonest steward for acting prudently. For the children of this world are more prudent in dealing with their own generation than are the children of light. I tell you, make friends for yourselves with dishonest wealth, so that when it fails, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. The person who is trustworthy in very small matters is also trustworthy in great ones, and the person who is dishonest in very small matters is also dishonest in great ones. If, therefore, you are not trustworthy with dishonest wealth, who will trust you with true wealth? If you are not trustworthy with what belongs to another, who will give you what is yours? No servant can serve two masters. He will either hate one and love the other, or be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and mammon." The Gospel of the Lord.
Gospel Reflection. No servant can serve two masters. He will either hate one and love the other, or be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and mammon. Luke 16 verse 13. Many people dream of being rich. Having a lot of money brings with it a certain amount of security and freedom to do many things that most people could not. Money, in and of itself, is neither good nor bad. If one is rich, that is fine. If one is poor, that is fine. From the perspective of God, the amount of money you have matters little. With that said, the danger with money comes when you allow it to become your master. Interestingly, even those who are poor can allow money to become their master when they allow the desire for more to dominate their lives. The key is in the desire and the healthy detachment. What are you attached to? Are you attached to the money you have? Are you attached to the desire for the money you wish you had? The goal is to see money for what it is. In the big picture, money has very little value. It's a means to the end of taking care of your daily needs, but can never become the source of your joy and fulfillment in life. Only God is the proper master of our hearts, and only He can fill you with true riches. Reflect, today, upon any struggle you have with being overly attached to money, or the lack thereof. God promises to provide for you in your need, so it's essential that you trust Him. And if your financial needs are more than met, be grateful and cultivate generosity as you seek to detach from money as a false source of happiness. Let your heart only be filled with the rich grace of God as its source of fulfillment, and you will be rich in the truest sense. Please, now close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let's pray with me. Lord of all, help me to keep you as the one and only master of my life. Give me the grace I need to detach from all that is of this world, so as to live for you and in accord with your will alone. I love you, dear Lord. Help me to love you above all else. Jesus, I trust in you.